Thank you, April. I really appreciate that. It's a hard act to follow. I wanted to start this slide with Mr. and Mrs. No Rate. This is my lovely wife, Amy. You might know me as the face, but without Amy, there is no rate, there is no 4 children, and there is no happy life in Weston. So thank you, Amy, for all that you do. And of course, these are the kids. You'll see 3 of them are the same height: Sam, Jack, Jason, and Annabella. And for only 1 referral a month, you could sponsor this family. So I'll give you a little overview of my payments career. I started in 2007 when I was 23, which is really young in this business. And I worked for a company, and I went from worst in the company to top in the company in 1 year out of 200 reps. But after going there for some time, I decided it was time to open up my own shop with a kick from Amy in the pants to get started. So in January of 2009, we started our payments consultancy, and we only sold advice. And we were hired by some of the biggest companies that you might have heard of, including Boston Consulting Group, or locally, you might know Rexmere Village, Paradise Village, Security First Insurance. And we have experienced amazing growth as we have developed our company over the years to serve 34 states, oversee $350 million a year in payments volume, and we are now a team of 3. So I'm the happy founder, and in Broward, you have met Tammy. And Amanda has also joined our team. And something very interesting is, but for BNI, I would not have met Tammy or Amanda. And something that Amanda and Tammy have in common is hablamos español at no rate. They both speak Spanish. So what do? We really have 4 core services. We help businesses accept credit cards, and most want the no rate program where they accept cards for 0% out of pocket. We offer ACH, which is e-check services. We offer consumer financing, which is like a buy now, pay later on steroids, and small business lending if the bank says no. So how are we different? You've been around, you've probably encountered thousands of people locally who are in the credit card processing business who sling terminals. But we are so much more than that. In our industry, there is no certification, no regulation. Anybody can sell it. So you have to be very careful who you refer and who you work with. We have been featured for our knowledge and expertise in Forbes, Bloomberg, USA Today, locally in the Miami Herald and the Palm Beach Post. We have been in business, it will be 17 years this January, and over 18 years of experience. And what's really important here is most people in the industry work for a credit card processor. We have flipped that model. We have dozens of payments companies that work for us because we only work for the client and represent their best interest. And if any one of our partners does not meet our standards, 1 strike and they are out. And I do not have any quotas. I do not have anybody that tells me I need to make a sale. If it is not a good fit for the client, we are the first to tell them. So what are all the ways in which you can accept credit cards? You can have a standalone payment terminal, a point of sale system. Does anybody know the difference between the two? In a point of sale system, you have inventory, menu management, or third-party integrations like payroll. You can accept payments with your phone. Your phone is a payments device that has NFC. You can tap a card to your phone or tap another phone to your phone. You can do virtual terminals or invoicing, which means you can key in a transaction over the phone, or you can just send an invoice with a payment link for easy payment off-site. Online portals and self-checkout. You have self-checkout at the grocery store. Sorry. We also have self-checkout online to avoid phone calls and to make sure that payments can be accepted 24/7. And finally, e-commerce. E-commerce is where you sell products online. You have a shopping cart, and then you can check out and get your goods or services delivered. We have really special integrations. It's not about having the payments as a standalone. Integrations are really where everything is going. So we really offer unique integrations, including QuickBooks Online and QuickBooks Desktop, Xero, and other accounting platforms. CDK for car dealerships. This is really big. Every car dealership in town uses the same 15-year-old technology. They got Apple Pay last week in the service department. That is not acceptable. We have the newest systems, and we just sent out a proposal saving $80 million. There is big savings to be had. Law firms. We are the only firm in the country that works with Clio outside of LawPay and Clio payments. So for any estate planning, criminal defense, family law, immigration, or other practice areas that use that, this is a huge savings for them, up to 80%. EMR, EHR for medical practices, this is huge, where we can make sure that we can report to the ledger. Field service management platforms, these are like CRMs for the trades. We either sync with it or we replace it. And pharmacy management software, your local neighborhood pharmacy, they have old systems that we can help and integrate with their platform. Consumer financing is big. Have you guys ever been somewhere, maybe not had the cash or the card limit to make a purchase? There are businesses that are losing sales because they cannot facilitate a purchase if their customer cannot pay on the spot. We help businesses in the trades, medical, and retail facilitate the transaction immediately, where the business gets the money right away and the customer can finance and have easy monthly payments. And this gives our businesses a competitive edge. You do not have to lower your prices to get a sale. You just have to make it easy to get paid. And that's what we teach businesses to do. Draws more customers, can pre-qualify them before they walk in the door, and ultimately close more sales. And what about if a business needs a loan and the bank says no? We can do SBA loans, business lines of credit, and other loan products that will meet the needs of the client that have looser underwriting than a bank. But I do not do commercial mortgages. That would be TQ. So our favorite industries that we work with, I love anything with wheels or engines. That would be auto repair, car dealerships, marine, aviation, go-karts, golf carts, you name it, we do it. Those are great clients. Contractors love financing. So those would be great referrals for us. Medical practices, especially those that do not take insurance, that could be anything where you get an injection, weight loss, hair restoration, hormone replacement, and more. Professional services, law firms, engineers, architects, B2B, those are great. And then suppliers, wholesalers, and distributors, there are major changes coming in about 3 weeks for any business-to-business credit card transactions. Anyone who you know who operates out of a warehouse, that is a great referral for us. And where do we get our referrals from? 50% of our referrals come from those who work directly in the financials of the business. CPAs, accountants, bookkeepers, fractional CFOs, and business attorneys. And when it comes to banks, they all offer credit card processing, but they do not offer high risk to foreign nationals or those who do not have status here. And high risk industries, that's where we can help. So I want to thank BNI, and I'm so glad that this is Visitors Day because I want to let you know I returned to Legacy 3 years ago. I've been in BNI, started in 2008, returned here 3 years ago. And look, I have hundreds of friends. I received 218 referrals, 48 active clients, including fifth generation. That means someone referred someone who referred someone who referred someone who referred someone who referred someone to us. And they're happy clients. 25% of our revenue in 2025 came from this group and BNI. So I thank you for everything that you have done. And that's why I'm honored to serve as your next president. Thank you, everybody.